Welcome back, everyone. Excited for another live stream. Today was a little bit late. Like I said, I've got a couple things going on, but either way, I wanted to just kind of welcome everyone. I'm just going to be updating some stuff here. We're going to wait for a couple more people to join in. We should have some more volume kick in as well. Plus, we're going to have our 10 a.m. We have 10 a.m. news, some 10 a.m. US news. So I want to see what the market's going to do here because there's a few areas that I have my eyes on. Wait for a couple more members to join in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning to those that are just getting started with their day. We've got Bill Gunn, welcome. Dickinson, Brad, welcome. Christo, welcome. All right, guys, so we are live on our YouTube channel as well. So if you guys want to see what I'm looking at, you guys can go follow me on my YouTube. You'll be able to see there what I'm doing. I'm actually going to, give me 1 second here. I'm just going to put it here, follow me on YouTube at official pedrofx. Here we are. Crystal, thank you. No worries, my man. No worries. Welcome. We got Mario. Good morning, bro. Good morning. All right, guys. So let's start with our gold analysis. And like I said, if you guys are following me on Instagram, guys, make sure you guys go follow me on YouTube because you're going to be able to see my charts on there anyway. So we're going to start fresh, completely fresh. We're going to clear everything off because I want to just show you guys how I would approach the markets, how I would look at it, and kind of just go from there, right? We got my man Mario in the house. Let's go. Welcome. Also, guys, if you guys haven't joined our free Telegram community, make sure you guys go check it out. I'm going to put it in the comments section here of our YouTube channel. And you guys can join in on there as well. Good morning. We got my man Nitish. We've got RD Ahmed. We've got Leonardo. We've got Afi. Sorry, I can't pronounce that, my man. But welcome, guys. Welcome to our live stream. I'm excited to have you all here. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to just start my analysis here on gold. And a lot of you guys might be wondering, like, why are we looking at it, like, you know, later around 9:20 right now, right? The reason being is because lately I've noticed that gold has been getting a lot more of a delayed reaction. Instead of, you know, kind of early in the mornings, I like to wait for the manipulation to happen after 8:30 open. Typically after 8:30 open is when we tend to see some sort of a reaction in the market. Also, market tends to grab deeper liquidity. So anytime after that, I find that it's a better time to be trading gold anyways. But yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the chat box. There should be a way where you can ask a question. I'll be able to answer it on there. You'll see a little bubble at the bottom. So yeah, if you guys have anything, just ask away. Okay, so I'm marking off my levels here. If we look at it from the daily perspective, we did kind of close above bullish. However, I will mention that we failed to kind of create close above this wick high. You know, and we did come back and grab a steeper pullback, which is something that we were anticipating the market to come down, grab deeper liquidity before it create a potential higher high, right? Now, could the market pull down a little bit further before it ends up flipping bullish? I do think that that hypothetically could be a scenario as well. So we do have to kind of keep that in mind, chat, that could be a potential scenario here. Okay, now looking here at the 4-hour time frame, we can understand that these key levels are quite important, and I like to look at and mark off these areas. Like, for example, that's a nice area of support right there, where the market has respected in the past. And then my other area or zone that I'm interested in is this area here. But other than that, I don't really want to focus on anything else too much, just because we don't want to go further out. Okay. We've got Silent Capital, we've got Lunga, we've got Thoras, we've got Natish, W pattern. Not too sure, my man, not too sure if I see a W pattern here, but okay, so now, okay, I can see what you're saying. So all I see is an inverted, not an inverted, a head and shoulders pattern formation on the 4. Now, if we look at it from the 1-hour perspective, things are looking quite bearish at this given time here for gold. I like to mark off my 1-hour areas because this to me are areas of significance. Like, this is a good 1-hour area. This is also another good 1-hour area. And so right now we've got about 40 minutes left for this 1 hour to close, which is going to be right at the 10 a.m. news that we have. So I do want to kind of be cautious, but also be diligent and see kind of what we can anticipate here for gold. So I think shorts are kind of in the picture here. It's looking pretty good. We've got a nice closure there. Market pulled back into that 1 hour OB. Everything here is just indicating bearish price action overall. Even for me, I would say, like, just as it sits right now, we did kind of pull back a little bit here on the 5. You know, just from looking at it, this could be, I could definitely see gold continue to go down further here, which is where I think it's going to go. We did get that 5-minute closure. Look how bearish that is. So even if we were to look for something like this just to get in a break of the lows here, I could definitely see gold continue to come down lower. Let's see, I just want to make sure I have my main areas marked off here. That 15 closed nicely below that low. I would have liked it to close below this low here because we're at a major key level here. That's the only thing I would say would be ideal. But I do see price even coming down. Let's see here. Kind of into this zone here would be an area that I do want to keep my eyes on, which isn't that much again, right? Pip wise, if we were to close below that low, I would like to do a shorter stop loss, like 20 pips, and just target these lows here, right? But that would be like a 1-to-1. Second target level would definitely be around this area here, so that's something that we could consider, but I want to see a closure here, because if we don't get that closure, then I'm not interested at all. We got a question here from Mario, is when you mark up your charts, do you do it from the base of the wick or do you do it from the candle? So I like to do it from the actual body. I don't like to do it from the wick. FMT, can we see your screen? Yes, you can see my screen if you go, I pinned on the comments here in the live. Give me 1 second. I don't know what. Follow me on YouTube. My YouTube channel at official pedrofx. Okay, and I'm gonna pin it again, so I don't know what happened, but there we go. So if you guys want to see what I'm looking at, right, my analysis and stuff like that on gold, you can see obviously we are live right now. Okay, we've got our members there, 7,000 subscribers with our members live right now. So if you guys want to see what I'm looking at in the markets, yeah, just go follow me on my YouTube channel. Okay, now I do these live streams here for you guys because you guys can also ask questions, right? I want to connect with each and every one of you as best as I can. So that's why I do the lives on Instagram as well, so I can connect with you guys. But most of the times, if you want to see what I'm looking at specifically, then I suggest you guys check out my YouTube channel. Okay, now like I said, I would have liked the 15 to close a little bit deeper, a little bit lower. We didn't quite get that closure, so that's why I'm kind of a little bit hesitant right now, because we also have to consider that we are kind of stuck within this range right now. If the 1 hour were to close bearish below this level structure here, then that's going to give me a lot more confidence for me to start looking for short positions. I did like how we got that clear break of structure here. Market actually pulled back, tap into this order block here, right? You can see that this order block has been respected here on the 1 hour time frame, so that is quite significant. However, like I said, ideally I would have wanted to get any potential entries above here at these highs, right, which was kind of around 8 o'clock in the morning. But again, right, that's typically when we tend to have a lot of manipulation in the market, right? Like typically if we look at it here, there wasn't even an imbalance. There's imbalance up here, right? But we wouldn't have waited until the market to come up to that area. Plus we do have an area of structure all the way up here, but price didn't even end up touching that even area. So even if I wanted to sell at the highs, I would have been stuck and missed the move, right? So either way, like sometimes you get the move, sometimes you don't, guys, right? So you got to really wait patiently for the opportunity to rise. Let me know in the chat if you guys are new as well, guys. For those that are following me on my YouTube, if you're new to the family, welcome. Make yourself at home. Make sure you're subscribed below, okay? Make sure you have that little bell notification active so you never miss out on any single piece of content. And if you're following me on Instagram as well, welcome in. Welcome. Make yourself at home as well. We got a rise and achieve. Are you trading props? Yes, Ftmo funded. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I really don't. I don't like how we're ranging here. I don't like to be in a ranging market condition. So we just gotta wait patiently here and see what the market, what direction the market wants to go here. What direction it wants to take. Chat, by the way, we've got 12 members here live with us, guys. Let's get it to 12 likes. I really do appreciate the love and support. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. We've got Ankit. What's your view on the fivers? To be honest with you, I have a couple people that are in my VIP community, and a lot of the guys do use them, but I'd be lying to you, I've never tried them. I've never even looked into them. So yeah, I mean, I could tell you one of our leaders that is in our VIP, he has used them, and he hasn't had any issues. However, something like that, like he's in the States, and he, I think they stopped doing it in the States or something like that. So I think he's now, like, I don't know who he's with now, but he just stopped, right? Because they stopped, I think it was MT5 or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't personally used them. For me, I'm just sticking it with Ftmo. I'm funded with them, and I haven't had any issues with them in particular. So I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, like I'm kind of nervous now even investing in any company. Like the funded trader ended up being a complete scam. Not only the funded trader, I lost thousands on over 400K in funded capital with the funded trader, and also funded peaks. So I took a massive loss with funded peaks because they ended up just not paying people out, and it was a complete scam. So I mean, at this point, I've just really stuck with Ftmo, because at this point I just don't want to risk more money, man. Like, it's, you know, it's like $2 grand for like a 200K account or whatever, and it's just, you get 2 of those, that's like 4 grand. It's just you're throwing away money, man, at this point, and you're risking it, right? So yeah. So when it comes to, we got a question here, how much did you risk per trade during the evaluation phase? To be honest with you, I'd like to do 0.5 all the time. I don't like to risk heavily or anything like that. Yeah, that's my best advice. Just don't risk too much. But yeah, that's, I would say, like, try and do like 0.5%. 0.5% should be more than enough. Yeah, if you start going 1%, I mean, you could go a little bit more aggressive, but there's a chance of you losing it quickly. So look at that, gold. I was telling you guys, potentially falling here and potentially coming down all to these lows. However, the only reason why I don't like it is because this could just be a deeper liquidity for it to go back into this range. We're kind of stuck within this range. And not only that, we do have news at 10 a.m., right? So the market could just be kind of ranging within this area, right? Before it actually does an actual move for the rest of the day. But yeah, if you're doing an evaluation phase, I would just keep it like 0.5% or even 1/4% of the account. Yeah. Take things nice and slow. The more you rush it, the more you're gonna blow it, right? If you rush it and let's say you do like 1% or like you risk 1% and then you risk maybe 2% or whatever, yeah, you could pass it quickly, but you can also like quickly blow that account. So just take your time. There's no rush, man. There's no rush. See, the thing is, like, yeah, like I was looking at sells here on gold. The thing is, like, what, 30 pips? And look at the market's already pulling back, right? So, like, even here, we wouldn't have had time, right? So we enter here, yeah, that could have been 30 pips. Could have been a quick scalp. But again, right, like, I'd rather play things safe, right? So we got Mario here, so you're still doing live during Asian sessions. So Asian sessions, I will be bringing them back. I've just been trying to sort things out first to make sure it fits with my schedule. But they will be coming back. I know a lot of you guys do like the Asian sessions. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff coming back, guys, like a lot. We're gonna be putting in a lot of work here for 2025 and 2024. So I'm pretty excited. So, okay, so this 15 closed below, which is nice. I do feel like we could fill the wick. However, like I said, the market right now, it's so iffy because even if you look at this 5, this seems like it's going to be a potential even reversal here back up, and we could be actually looking at buys. Depends how we get the news. If we get a bullish move here on the news, then we could wait for a retest and we could start looking to long it, maybe to the top of the range, right? So we got to kind of be aware of the scenarios here that could potentially arise. Like you could see that massive rejection here to the downside here on the 5. We're kind of closing back black inside potentially to this consolidation range, and then we could see a nice retest. If we could happen to get a retest, we could see the market continue to go higher, and this could be definitely a good opportunity. Yeah, I would say 0.5% from my experience. Okay, so from your experience, don't you feel overwhelmed taking long periods of, for challenges because Brazil will take longer, right? 100%. Like, I mean, there's moments where you're just like, okay, I just want to pass this thing and make sure I'm getting funded or whatever. But at the end of the day, from my experience as well too, right? Like the quicker you do it, the quicker there's a probability that you could also lose the challenge, right? Because now you have a sense of urgency. The moment you have a sense of urgency to pass a challenge, it just really depends. If you want to do it and then slow down once you have the funded account, you could do that. That could be an option. But personally, from my experience, that I find is like the more I'm trying to create urgency to pass a challenge or, you know, risk a little bit more because of how hard on they are on the rules, all you really need is like 2 losses, and then now you're like down 2%, and then all of a sudden you're like hitting a daily limit, right? Or even not a daily limit, but like a max limit, you know what I mean? So it really just depends. I mean, it depends how big the challenge is too, and it depends really, but I would say like risk 0.5%. To start in the valuation phase, if you want, you could do 1%. But yeah, I just like to take my time, personally. We got Kojo. I'm a swing trader, bro. Nice, my man. Nice. Seems like we're breaking back in here, chat. So it seems like this 15. I'd like to see how this 15 closes. We've got about 12 minutes for the 15 to close. But other than that, we could see that the market's just stuck within this range, right? Because if it closes back in here on the 15-minute time frame, then at this point, like, we're just stuck in this range, and I don't want to be trading ranges. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely stuck within this range here. Close back in. Yeah. Got co-adjusted 3 months ago. I already made the best decision of my life. That's amazing, bro. That's amazing. I'm happy for you, man. Trust me, man. Trading can definitely be rewarding, and it's also life-changing too, right? So I'm very happy for you, my man. Very, very happy. So yeah, look, market is closing nice and bullish. Not closing, but it's like pushing back in nice and bullish. So I really like overall what I'm seeing. Like I said, I want to see a closure below, a closure above here, and then we could wait for a retest. Let's take a look at US30. So what's happening here with US30? As you guys could see, like US30 is looking overall like we got an impulse to the upside. Let's kind of mark off our levels first just to understand where we are in the markets. So, you know, we've got a level here. We've also got another level that formed here. And then we've got another level right here, okay? That's really all I really want to focus on. And then actually, in fact, right here too would be a level right there. Now let's go back down to the 1 hour. Yeah, this is perfect. So let's see what's going on here. So if we look at it from the 1 hour perspective, market's kind of just stuck in this range. We actually kind of failed to break and close below this low. So it's not really giving me the full confidence that we're looking for sells at this point. However, we could actually retest these lows again. So we could be looking at potential sells here for US30. I'd like to see how it reacts within this zone here though. You know, we've got a doji candle form here. It could be looking to maybe short until like this low here. That could be a possibility, like something like that. Probably see price continue to go down further till this low right over here. That could be a potential setup here. And ideally, like I said, I'd like to get as close as possible to these highs here. So if it does pull back, even better. But I'd be looking to probably short it around where we're at right now and target these lows down here. That's really what I see here. Yeah. Okay, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Spidey, Angelo, we've got Musa. What pairs do you analyze? Mainly focus on gold, bro. Well, yeah, so again, this isn't a setup yet, but ideally, if you see how it came up and it formed here, that would have been a better entry right here. We weren't paying attention, but right there, I would have entered here and probably target the lows. The only reason why I wouldn't enter this setup right now is because we have that US news. So I'm just going to wait on the sidelines for now. We have news in like 20 minutes. Look at that gold, man. Told you it'd push back in, push back up. Look at the volume that came in though, eh? Holy smokes. 63 pips. So literally I told you guys I was gonna push back into the range. What ideally I wanted a retest. We didn't get the retest though. So it is what it is. You'll always get the retest there. Yeah. But if you realize in the bigger picture here, chat, like we're really stuck within this consolidation range, right? So yeah, I mean, like price went, like I told you guys, back into this range here because of that rejection that we got here. However, we didn't get the retest, which ideally we want to be getting in on the retest. So it is what it is. Got my matcha tea there. You guys know what's good. All right, guys, just let me know if you guys have any other further questions before we wrap up for this morning. We've got Hamza, Ronchadas, cartoon character, Musa, bro. I'm expecting price to come down on the 4-hour order block. What do you think? For gold, let's take a look, bro. So if we go back up to the 4-hour, I mean, it could come deeper. I do feel like that could be a possibility, especially because we got a break of the low here on the 4-hour. It could be a possibility, my man. It could be a possibility, but until we don't get a breakout outside of this consolidation range, which I think we will get a breakout once we get the news that's going to come out at 10, then we can't do anything. So I would say, like, just wait till after 10 once we have the news, and then depending on the news at 10 a.m., then we can determine, okay, the direction is going to be actually deeper. It's going to actually pull back lower, and it's going to come down into that order block on the 4-hour. And it could be a possibility. I do feel like we could look for shorts. Like I said, like I wasn't looking for buys other than the fact that we could buy back into the range. However, I didn't get the pullback I was looking for, right? So at this point, it's just a gamble. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I predicted the direction of the market going back into the range. However, I didn't get my entry, right? So those are the things, right? Like sometimes you will, and some people are like, oh, like, you know, I just caught like this much pips or whatever, like, you know, whatever. But at that point, you're gambling because you're not really sticking to your plan and saying, okay, I didn't get the entry I'm looking for, right? A lot of people just get into it and be like, yo, I caught 200 pips. I'm like, great, man, you caught 200 pips. That's amazing. Now, can you catch 200 pips consistently? That's the question, right? So it's like, like, I know even myself, like, you know what I mean? Like there's moments even with our VIP, like where I catch like 150 pips, 200 pips, right? Sometimes 80 pips, like it's really good, right? But realistically, we know that it's much more sustainable for me to say, hey, we caught 40 pips on average, 40 to 60 pips on average, right? Then those 150, 200 pip moves, we get them. However, we can't realistically be targeting for that all the time, right? Our idea, our main target should always be, okay, you know what? My focus is I'm going to lock in partials at minimum. As soon as we lock in partials, at minimum, once we're at 20 pips. So I'm securing 20%, at 20 pips, I'm securing 50%, and then I'm letting the rest run. If I catch 60 pips for the day, thank God, that's amazing. You know how many traders like that are out there that just catch 10 pips and they're happy with the 10 pips? You can definitely make a sustainable income from just literally 10 pips a day, right? But that's not my main focus. For me, I like to ideally, you know, anywhere between, at minimum, like I said, 20 to 40 pips, then you're set. You know what I mean? We've got my man FX Rocks. Truth, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. All right, we've got a request here. I'm going to just go live here with her member. Let's see what's going on. See if it works. All right, my man. Welcome. What's going on?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Do you have a question? Yeah.
I've been watching your videos. I'm so grateful for having you.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do.
It motivates me a lot.
Thank you,
I
brother.
really appreciate it.
Of course, my man. Of course. Of course, brother.
I've been facing a lot of forces, but you gave me a glimpse of hope, and I really appreciate it.
Of course, my man. Of course. God bless you, brother. Always, like I always say, man. Remember, put God first in everything you do, and you know He's gonna make a way, one way or another, right?
Okay.
But yeah.
I beg.
All right, brother.
Thank you for accepting me on your life.
Of course. Of course, man. How's your trading? How long have you been trading for?
I've been trading for a year and 4 months now.
Okay. Like, are you a swing trader or like scalper? What have you mainly focused on?
I'm still a day trader, but I'm unprofitable yet. You understand? But I keep trying my best because I started alone. You understand?
Okay.
I got no mentor. I started alone. I learned my lessons from my losses. So far, so good.
Okay,
So
good. That's good. That's the most important thing, as long as you're learning from your mistakes, right?
Yeah. whenever I build my account, I'll go to work 9 to 5 jobs, move my account again, no result. But what's still keeping me on trading is for the fact that I'm journaling my mistakes. Understand? My experience so far so good. I really recognize it. So
Amazing.
That's amazing.
That's amazing, my man. That's keep journaling. Journaling is the best thing because you can track what works and then you can track what didn't work, right? And so you keep yourself accountable, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that they don't journal their stuff, so they just take the trades and then, oh, this looks good. Yeah, but like, go back when you look at your journal, that you have something that you can stick with, right? Another thing that I find that helps a lot is actually not just journaling your trades, but also focusing on 1 to 2 pairs, right? Last year when I started the YouTube channel, we were really focusing a lot, and it was kind of like all over the place, to be honest. Obviously, like a lot of students want to be able to see different pairs and stuff like that, so that's why I found myself trading different pairs. But the thing is, like, when you focus on one specific instrument or one pair, you're gonna notice a massive difference because you're starting to understand how that pair moves, right? Obviously, like, you know, the markets can be very sporadic at times. However, you tend to understand how the market tends to, you know, how gold tends to move, how gold tends to manipulate, right? What time usually gold tends to have a little bit more volume kick in, right? That's my best advice. This year, 2024, I set myself as a goal to just focus on gold and like NASDAQ and US 30, but mainly gold. And it's been the best thing because like literally through our VIP, it's just been gold, 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 gold. And before, you know, I wouldn't trade gold as much. So it's funny. The more you practice it, the more better you become. You're always learning. Always learning. Yeah, 100%. Always learning. That's awesome, my man. That's awesome. Do you have any questions for me, or?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You really gave me food for thought this afternoon.
Of course, man. Of course, man. I do it to motivate as much traders as I can, motivate as much people as I can, right? I feel like that's my mission. So.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to survive. You understand? I'm trying to survive.
100%.
So I'm putting in my efforts. You understand, to make it happen. You understand? I've watched a lot of. It really motivates me a lot. You understand?
Yeah.
I feel like I have more places to many more things to do. You understand? And not that giving up is not the option. Thank you so much for that.
100%, my man. Remember, God bless you. Put God first always, and He'll make a way. Trust me, man. I totally understand where you're coming from. All right, brother. All right. Take care. All right. It was nice having our member, you know, ask a few questions there. Guys, take advantage now that I'm live right now. If you have any other questions or anything like that, just ask away. Don't be shy. We've got news in about 8 minutes. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But like I said, gold's just consolidating at this moment. Went back inside of the range. Would have been a nice 50 pip move, or actually 50 pip move if we would have got in a little bit later, but about 73 pip move. But again, not really part of my trade. I didn't get my entry, right? So if I don't get my entry, I'm not entering. Drop a fire in the chat if you guys enjoy these live streams. Drop a fire in the chat, or 100 in the chat if you guys want to see these live streams more and more. So like I said, even right now, we have to wait for this news here. That's going to determine a lot with US 30 as well, too, if we're going to see a push down. I do like that closure below this low here. It's lots of rejection from the highs, so we could be looking like that short opportunity. I just want to see that closure, right? If we happen to get a closure here on the 15, wait for the 5 minute to come back. So something like this. So if we get a closure below, wait for the retest here, and then this is where I want to short it all the way down, probably down to these lows here, okay? So this could be a good short opportunity. We just have to wait for US news. We've got Arise and Achieve. I have a question. Go ahead, my man. Go ahead. We got FX Rocks. I'm getting emotional, but as you said, I gotta put God first. 100%, my man. Put God first. You have the right mindset. You will get there. Trust me. Much respect for my mentor. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. And like I said, man, you'll make it. Trust me, bro. Just keep going. Keep going. Okay, so that's got my man Arise and Achieve here. Have you ever lost a funded account and come back to 0 accounts? If yes, how were you able to climb back? So yes, I have, bro. I have reached a point where I have lost a funded account and then I had to come back up. Coming back up is hard, man. It's really hard for everyone because you have to understand we're emotional human beings, right? Most of the decisions we make and do is based off of our emotions, right? The way I do it, first, I really just had a point where I obviously put it in God's hands and I said, you know what, like, I need to be positive at this point. And you have to also look at it from the other side as this is a long-term marathon. This isn't a sprint, right? This is something that's longer term. So yes, right now, at this moment, let's say you maybe blew a funded account. However, you have to understand that you have to go through these sets of situations to be able to build your character, but not only build your character, to become that trader that God wants you to be, right? That consistently profitable trader that will incur losses, however, you won't blow your account. That's the difference. You start reaching a point where you start becoming consistently profitable, you will incur losses because every single trader incurs a loss, right? Not everyone has 10 out of 10. However, you start reaching a point where you come back with that mentality stronger. You've built that character already, right? So maybe you went through that loss right now or whatever, you know, maybe you blew that funded account and you're like, wow, what the heck? But you had to go through that pain in order to build your character to realize, hey, what was I doing wrong here, right? Was I over trading? What did I do wrong? Did I pass my daily limit? Did I pass my max loss limit, right? And so the thing is, if that wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't have identified that problem. And so you have to understand that sometimes we have to go through those losses in order for us to wake up and realize, okay, I need to identify I'm doing something wrong here and I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Am I over trading? Am I over leveraging? Am I trading at the wrong time, right? Am I incurring a lot of losses because I'm just taking too many trades, right? So there's so many variables, right? Over trading, not managing your risk, right? Trading at the wrong times, not having a strategy that's profitable or consistent, right? You have to practice all these things and go over and analyze and keep yourself accountable. Like, where am I going wrong here? What did I do wrong that made me lose this account, right? And so once you start kind of keeping yourself accountable, you start realizing, okay, you know what? This sucks. I feel bad, right? However, I'm gonna overcome this. So you start kind of like declaring that stuff, right? And obviously, like, God's been a huge factor in my life, not just because I'm just saying, oh God, or like, here, there, no, because I've actually seeked him. And when you seek God with a whole heart and you just try and say, okay, God, give me this clarity, like, give me that wisdom, give me the intelligence to figure this crap out because I can't figure this out on my own. Once you start understanding it from that perspective, then you start God starts giving you those ideas and you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe I over traded. Maybe I did this, right? So you'll come back stronger, man. There's going to be setbacks all the time. That's just life as a whole, right? But it's in those moments where you have those setbacks, you put everything in God's hands, but you put in the work as well, right? And so it kind of just works in conjunction where eventually you start realizing, wow, okay, now I understand why I blew that account because I was trading it. I was over trading. I wasn't managing my risk. And I was just doing stupid stuff, right? That's really what it is, bro. That's really what it is. I hope that helps. We got Emily, we've got Venek, we've got Siraj, we got Ujen, we got Jay, we got Nithin, we got Sajo, we got Haas. What's going on, my man? We've got Abdi. Today I draw down -4%. Phase 2, I feel disappointment. It's all good, man. Just come back. Tomorrow's a new day. Don't think about it right now because then you're going to get into revenge trading. You don't want to do that. We got cartoon character. Do you use your own strategy or you got a mentor and learn from them? So here's the thing. So I literally invested thousands of dollars over the last 6 years to get to where I am today. So I'm a bit of a hybrid mix, because what I did is, like, I studied from, basically I would say I studied from a lot of people, a lot of different courses. However, mentor wise, I only really had 2 mentors. And from those 2 mentors and everything else that I learned over the years, I basically compiled it and created my own strategy. So I don't have like someone specifically that I just learned his strategy, because when I learned, for example, like my other mentor that I was doing, he was teaching like a lot about liquidity. So I learned a lot about liquidity. I learned a lot about, areas of interest, imbalances in the market, stuff like that. But he would trade at a point where he would focus more on liquidity and order blocks. He didn't really focus on imbalances in the market. However, the market tends to have imbalances in the market, and that's something that I learned over by myself, right? Imbalances, key levels of structure, right? Major areas of structure, supply and demand, right? Like, these are kind of things that I kind of mixed in and created my own strategy, right? Like, for example, my other other mentor that I worked with, he was completely different from the other one. The other one wouldn't use anything about liquidity. He would just use straight break and retest. He would just be like, the market see a strong momentum, and then he's like, just wait for it to pull back, and that's it. But that helps me a lot to understand kind of basic market structure and understand, okay, this is what he sees in the market. This is how we look at the market, focusing on just price action, right? So over the years, what I've done is I just compiled everything. Really, I just focused on kind of areas of supply and demand, right? Areas of imbalance in the market, right? Key levels of structure, and then liquidity, right? So then kind of like a mix of all of that really became kind of my strategy. I have my own way, my own strategy that I've kind of come up with over the years. And I do teach my strategy one-on-one. So if you guys do want to learn from me like one-on-one, I am going to be opening, I'm thinking of doing a boot camp. So I'm going to be opening about 10 spots to give a lot of opportunity for, instead of me focusing one-on-one with someone like fully dedicated, which is great, I want to give the opportunity to other people. So I'm thinking of doing something like that, like a boot camp, and then allowing like 10 people at a time per month, and just kind of go from there. But also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, let me know. Just send me a DM through Instagram, through Instagram or Telegram, and we can kind of go from there. Also, if you want to see how I trade and be able to learn and earn at the same time and trade live with me, you can join my VIP. I have my VIP inner circle. We have an amazing community on there. We do live Zoom calls on the monthly. I share my analysis, so I don't just give you the numbers, but I also share what I'm looking at, why I'm waiting for price to pull back, my entries, all that type of stuff, when to get out. So yeah, like, that's really what it is. That's what I do. But yeah, if you're interested in that, click the link in my bio. We've got Sir Jack sorry, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Got Rise and Achieve. Thank you, no problem, man. Can you teach how to handle emotions? To be honest with you, bro, like, when it comes to emotions, the only emotions really that I find have triggered me as a trader is because I have some sense of attachment to money. So that's usually what I find, that with trading, when you start trading without having an emotional attachment to money, you will start to notice success in your trading. You'll start to notice that you're becoming consistently profitable. You will incur losses always. However, there'll be a lot less. It'll be minimal. But my main thing is, if you're emotional, it's because you're over trading and you're trying to make quick money, and you're focusing way too much on the money aspect. We got Pencazo. We've got cartoon character. Thank you. No problem, man. No problem at all. Welcome, guys. Ask questions for those that are just joining us. Like, ask us. Take advantage that I'm live right now. If you have any questions, just put it right there below. But yeah, that's really what it is. That's really it. So we got, I don't understand how to point out silver bullet strategy. I don't trade the silver bullet strategy, my man, so I wouldn't be able to help you there. I have my own strategies. Will we make certain time for trading? I usually trade every single day live on my YouTube channel for free. So that's usually in the morning around 8:30. So usually I come on live anywhere between 7:30 and 8:30. Eastern Standard Time. So New York time. Look at that. So we close back in. Price is retesting exactly as I told you guys. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. We've got about 25 seconds left. If this 5-minute closes above, then I'm not interested, because it is looking like it is going to close above. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, sorry guys, I'm just gonna be reading here, going one by one here with the questions. So we got what are things to be successful? To be honest with you, podcasts help a lot. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of books, like audio books and stuff like that, because like reading it myself, I find it kind of being a bit annoying, but I do like to listen to audiobooks. So if you don't like reading, but you do like to kind of focus on personal development, I think personal development's massive. Like being able to like grow as a person and invest in your knowledge is huge. So I would say personal development is one of the biggest things that I would focus on if you're trying to learn how to be successful. Is it good to trade one pair? 100%, my man. If you can focus and master one pair, you're set. We got cartoon character. If you don't mind me asking, where did you get the funds to? Where did you get the money to fund your account, and what's the realistic amount you need to get started? Get started for you. So I was working my job. Like I worked in sales. So through there I just saved up and then I just bought challenges, and that's how I did it. That's how I got funded. My best advice, if you're just starting out, like if you're new to trading and stuff like that, or maybe if you're just like, maybe you have a bit more experience, you're starting to become profitable, I would advise don't leave your job. Just stick with your job for as long as you can, and focus on doing it on the side. Like I did that for years, and it's the best thing you can do, because if you leave your job, then now you have an emotional attachment to trading, right? Because you're attaching it to money. You're like, crap, I gotta pay my car, I gotta pay my bills, I gotta pay this, right? But if you have like your normal job, right? Let's say it's an office job or whatever, even better. But if you have just a job and you do your trading in the mornings before you go to work, or you do your tradings, whatever, in the evenings in Asian session or whatever, you're not gonna have that much emotional attachment where you're like, I need to make money in the markets, right? You're not trying to force the market to give you anything. You're just kind of like, okay, cool, another day, let's see what happens. So it just starts becoming that extra source of income, right? Because like eventually, obviously the goal is that you can quit your job and do trading full time. However, before you get to that point, what you want to do is have an extra source of income that you didn't have before. So if you're able to master your trading and you have a strategy that works, you can eventually reach a point where you can actually start creating an extra source of income that you never had before, and start focusing on, okay, now I have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 extra per month that I didn't have before, and I'm still doing my normal 9-to-5 job, but I'm getting that extra income. So there you go. Look at that scenario, right? Like you can have an income that you weren't anticipating before, but now you have it, right? So it's a really good way to go about it. That would be my best advice. How to handle loss streak and how to build a strong mindset and discipline to do scalping. I would say you should read the book. What's it called? It's not Disciplined Trader, it's called Trading in the Zone. So I would recommend you read that book, and that will answer your question. All right. And then another thing, guys, like honestly, over the years, what did I do as well that helped me a lot? I invested in myself. I wasn't afraid to invest in myself. The problem with a lot of people is that they're always looking for the cheaper route. They're always looking to not invest into their knowledge. They're always looking to just give like little crumbs left into yourself. And I reached a point where I was sick and tired of being stuck in the same position. And I said, this is enough. I'm going to invest in my knowledge. Oh, okay. Working with this mentor cost me $5,000. Cool. Here's my credit card. This guy has a knowledge that's going to help me get to where I need to be. I'm going to invest in that. Or I'm going to buy this course that's like $1,200 or $500. However, don't just buy random stuff. Like, you know what I mean? You got to do your research, figure out that that person knows what they're talking about, right? But once you understand and you say, man, I like the way this person teaches this stuff, or the way he talks about this, or the way he knows his stuff, I want to learn from him, right? Then you focus on investing in yourself, because that's the best thing you can do. The best investment you can do is in your knowledge, right? Because that helps you develop and grow as a person, and you become a better trader. Why? Because you're learning directly from that person. Or you could go the harder route and do the same mistake I did, which was take a bunch of courses, right? And then at the very end is when I started getting mentorship, right? But when you take the courses, the problem with that route, when you start learning on your own, you're on your own. If you have questions while you're watching a course, you can't really ask the questions. You have doubts that come up in mind, right? So these are things that are challenges when you're trying to learn a skill set like trading. The best and fastest way to become consistently profitable is actually having a mentor guide you one step by step, one-on-one. That's the best thing that I would advise. And second best thing I would say is be a part of an amazing community, a community of like-minded individuals, because I'm sure, and you know very well, that wherever you guys are, most of your family and friends don't know anything about trading, and most of them don't even understand half the time what you're doing, right? So you have to be surrounded yourself, at least, even if it's online, get yourself a community. We have a community in my VIP Inner Circle. We have an amazing community on there that you connect. These guys literally take trades themselves. Sometimes they ask questions between themselves. I'm actively there, literally answering questions, right? Connecting with them. This is helpful because as a trader, you start growing, you start expanding, because tell me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are. You're around people that are already doing what you want to do, right? So when you surround yourself around those people, you're at a different frequency level, right? And I think that that's crucial as well too, right? So like, let's say for some people, like obviously they can't afford a mentor, they can't afford to invest in a course. Cool, join a community, right? I have a community. You know what I mean? If you want to join my community, just click the link in my bio. It's like $100 to join in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no excuses, guys. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's up to you. You're the only person that's going to hold you back. You're the only person that will hold you back, right? So it's up to you guys. Like, how like truly committed you are to reaching your goals, and how badly do you want to achieve this, right? If you're kind of like, I kind of want it, I'm kind of committed, then that's the kind of results you're going to get, right? But if you're fully committed and you say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being stuck in the same position, and I want to change my situation. Let's say maybe not quit your job right now, but reach a point where you could be like, I want that extra source of income. I want that extra $1,000, $2,000 that I didn't have. Then you need to invest in your knowledge. You need to invest in yourself. And this isn't just in trading, by the way. This isn't just in, like, for example, like my community, or like, getting mentorship and all, no. This is also in personal development. Like I told you guys, reading books that are going to help you develop as a person, as an entrepreneur, right? Personal development books. That's really, really important, right? Like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Mindset of a Millionaire, right? Like the power of the subconscious mind, right? Like these are things that are really, really powerful. Also, like I said, like even the Bible is very wise. It's God's word. You know what I mean? I'm very clear about that. Like as a believer, I'm very clear about like what God's wisdom has left us, right? Like the Bible talks about this. It says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You become what you think, right? If you say, man, everything goes against me, bro. This doesn't work out, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why doesn't this work? This trading stuff. Then you become that. You become that loser that you're thinking of yourself. But if you say, I'm capable, I'm strong, I'm a consistently profitable day trader in Jesus' name, you become that, right? In the beginning, what did God say? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. What did God say? Let there be light. Right? He literally, what did he do? He manifested that into existence. He said, let there be light. Obviously, he's God, right? But what I'm trying to say is he's given us that wisdom and intelligence to be able to do that in ourselves. God says it. There's power in the mind, right? There's power of life and death in your tongue. What is God trying to tell us there in his word? There's power of life and death in your tongue, Okay, could that be words? You could be hurting someone if you say something like, oh, you suck, you do this. Yeah, that could be it. But also think about the scenario of there's power of life and death in your tongue. Okay, God's talking about us being able to say, I am healthy, I am strong. There's power of life. You're speaking life into existence, right? I am strong, I am healthy, I am a consistently profitable day trader. I am a multimillionaire. Money comes to me easily, effortlessly, and abundantly, right? You start declaring those things and you start believing it in your mind. What? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's what you become, right? So like, you know, like God's very clear about that. Jesus left us those examples to be able to, you know, reach that point, right? Where you can be successful. God doesn't want you to see you guys in misery. He doesn't want that for us. He created us for greatness. He created us for you know, reaching our full potential. Each and every one of us have different talents and gifts, right? And so that's why I'm very vocal about that. In my videos, you guys will see I'm very, very vocal about it because it's the truth. I've seen how Jesus has changed my life and he's guided me step by step in being able to grow the community, right? 1 second here. All right, guys, we are back. I'm not sure what happened. I got cut out there. So yeah, anyways, look at this. So we did actually get the pullback. We didn't get the pullback all the way here where we wanted it to, but we got most of it. Got massive deeper liquidity here. But it is what it is. I don't know what happened, guys. We got cut out there for a sec, but either way, welcome back. But yeah, like I was telling you guys, best thing, invest in yourself. Personal development, investing in your knowledge with trading, right? Getting a mentor, joining a community, right? Guys, I don't have a course. I haven't pulled out a course. I could have pulled out a course 2 years ago when I started the YouTube channel. Haven't done it. What I have focused on is creating a community where I share all of my analysis, right? I trade live with my students. I do have a community on there. And I also have my live streams, which are absolutely free. So you have all the resources and tools that you have, right? You can join in. We have an amazing community on there, right? If you have questions, just ask away. It's absolutely free. I do my live streams. I've been doing my live streams for 2 years, right? And obviously, like, YouTube is not easy, right? It takes time. Like I said, I've been doing it almost for 2 years now, and we're almost at 8,000 subscribers, right? But it takes time. It takes a process, right? But yeah, man, like, I know it's not easy. I know like a lot of you guys struggle. Like, we all have those moments where we feel stuck. We all have those moments where we feel like, why is everything against me? But you have to change your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, you won't change your situation, right? God gave us that wisdom to be able to discern how we think, how we approach life, right? If you go into it with the losing mindset of everything's against me, you're gonna lose, right? So that's something that you have to keep in mind, right? Okay, we've got a couple questions here. How do you handle big losses when trading? To be honest, I walk away from the charts. I don't want to look at my charts. I don't allow that to affect me. I've reached a point where I'm a little bit more numb to a loss, but also if I go through, like, let's say a streak, like a losing streak, at that point I walk away and I close it. Like, let's say it's a Wednesday, I don't trade until next week, right? So, but it shouldn't reach that point. Again, let's go back to the root of the problem is, why are you worried about a loss? How is a loss affecting you? Because as a trader, your losses shouldn't affect you. You get what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be over trading. So at this point, going back to scenario one, if you're not over trading, the loss should not affect you, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? If you're over trading, then the losses will affect you. At this point, if I'm going through a losing streak at this point and I feel frustrated where I'm like, okay, now I've lost like three times in a row, which doesn't happen as often, to be honest. It's very rare when it happens, but it does happen where I have a week where it wasn't great. At that point, like I said, I just turn off my monitor. I don't look at the charts. I just start fresh next week, right? That's the way I like to approach it personally. But yeah, guys, ask away if you have any questions, any other questions. We got my man Edwin Collier. Let's go, my man. Welcome. We got Ismailov, Yadudu. We got Rock, FX Rock. We got Musa. We got Florencia. We got Aesthetics Wolves. We got Majo. Welcome, guys. We got KinCDFX, bro. The last 2 months, my win rate was 41%, but normally my win rate is 65 to 70%. But I was able to make 11% on my funded account, which is what I aim for every month. Crazy, nothing crazy. Hold on, I don't know why the heart thing is in the way, but crazy. Aim for every month. Crazy, nothing change. 100%, bro. 100%. That's all it really is, bro. You could have like a not the greatest win rate, but you could still be profitable. Right, which I think that challenges a lot of people, right? Because in their mind they're like, oh well, like how can I? Trading is all about that. It's like you have your wins and sometimes you'll have your losses, but at the end of the day, as long as your wins will overcome your losses, and then if you're doing things properly, it's gonna be worth it. You know what I mean? We've got Adnan, we've got Dujili. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. When was your breakthrough in Forex? My breakthrough, to be honest, happened, bro, when I started my YouTube channel. I really started to take things more serious. And by the way, guys, just to be clear, I'm not even close to where I want to be. However, I will be very clear. I'm thankful to God for where I am today. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful every single freaking day because God has me where I am today, and there's a reason, there's a purpose, and I'm trusting His plan always, right? So at the end of the day, I'm just taking it day by day, step by step, right? Just trusting in His plans, and I'm just thankful. That's all I gotta be. Thankful, my man. We got Kagwa from our YouTube channel. Hello, man. Are you live every day? I'm live Monday through Friday, every single day on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to follow me on my live streams, it's absolutely free. We do these live streams Monday through Friday. We did take a break a while ago, but we were consistently live, like 3 times a day I was coming on live. Now we're going to be doing 2 times a day. So in the mornings and then in the evenings during Asian session. So if you guys want to join us, you are more than welcome to join in. Again, it's on my YouTube channel at Official PedroFX, but also on Official PedroFX, make sure that you guys are subscribed. My best advice is make sure you're subscribed and make sure you have that little bell icon at the top. When you subscribe, it'll pop up and click all notifications. Same thing with Instagram. If you guys don't want to miss these live streams that I have right now on Instagram, make sure that you go to my profile. When you go to my profile, at the very top right-hand corner, you're going to see a little bell icon. Click on the little bell icon and click all notifications. That way you never miss out whenever I'm live on Instagram as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions here? We got Yesin. We've got... Adnan, hi mentor. Hey, how's it going? Is it Indian name, brother? Okay, perfect. Yes, and yeah, my man, like that's the thing, right? Like fear, you can't, when it comes to the markets, you can't allow fear to take over. You know what I mean? When you go into it with fear, then at that point you're not starting off in the right foot, right? You want to go into it with confidence, right? So that's just my best advice, man. You know what I mean? Go into it with confidence. Whatever you do, confidence always. Right? And if you don't have confidence yet, then like I said, right, you got to practice your strategy. So make sure you have a solid strategy in place. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. It's been almost an hour and a half here with the live, so I'm just going to wrap things up. It's been a slice. If you guys have any questions, ask away now. If you guys have any questions, because, yeah, I'm going to be wrapping it up. Also, what was I say? If you guys want to join in and trade live with me and my students and also be a part of my community, I do have my VIP Inner Circle. I do recommend if you're new, or maybe you've been struggling and you're not new, but you just haven't been able to kind of figure things out, make sure you join my community. I'm telling you, it's worth every single penny. if you've been considering it, check out the links in my bio. So if you go on my profile, click the link in my bio, you'll be able to see both memberships on there. I do have a lifetime membership, which is 50% off. Prices will be increasing, so take advantage right now, because once they increase, they increase. So like I said, we have lifetime membership. The link is in my bio if you want to get that. Or we do have the 30 days access, which will give you 30 days, just a taste of what it's like being in our VIP group, okay? We've got a question. What do you think if you knew you started trading, what would have been profit more faster? 100% getting the right mentorship, getting the right guidance. Because I wanted to figure things out on my own, because I wanted to save money at the time and not spend thousands of dollars, which I ended up spending thousands of dollars, I figured it out the hard way. And that's the route that a lot of people tend to go, is like 80% of people are like, oh, I'm just going to try and figure this out on my own. I'm just going to get a basic course or on whatever, or on YouTube or on Fiverr or whatever, and just try and figure this out on my own or on YouTube. And what happens is you end up kind of feeling lost, because there's so much information out there that you're not getting the right information that you should be getting. So my best advice to accelerate and be able to reach a point where you become more consistently profitable, an actual trader that is getting real tangible results, is actually join a community, number one. Like I said, I have my own community that you can join in. Join a community that you want to join. Number two, get the right mentorship. So invest in yourself on mentorship. Yes, a course is cool. I don't have a course. A course is really cool. It can help out. You can watch the videos. You can do all that. But having a mentor, like being mentored step by step, guided every step of the way, telling you, don't do that. No, do this. No, make sure you don't trade at this time. Make sure you wait for liquidity. Make sure you know what I mean? Having a mentor that's going to guide you step by step makes a massive difference in your trading career, makes a massive difference in saving your time, which is valuable. It makes a massive difference on avoiding so many losses, because when you try and figure things out on your own, I'm telling you, it's going to end up being much more expensive, and you're going to be wasting so much of your valuable time, right? So I just wanted to kind of leave that with you. That's my absolute best advice when it comes to when you're first starting out. Thanks. I love the way I ask you and you reply. No worries, my man. I'm here for you guys when we do the live streams, man. Like I said, make sure, if you haven't already, go to my profile, and you'll see on the right-hand corner, on the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a little bell icon. Click on the bell icon and click all notifications so you never miss out when I'm live on Instagram or on YouTube, okay? I only trade gold. I get to find good setups, others such as USDJPY and NASDAQ, but always afraid to take them. Hey, my man, I get it. Best thing is to do backtest your strategy as best as you can, so you're not afraid to take it, right? So you're more confident in your strategy. Do you guys have any other questions for me? All right, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap up. This is a wrap. It's been a slice. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. If I do come in live for Asian session, you guys will be notified. So make sure you're subscribed below. Make sure you have that little bell icon and click all notifications so you never miss out if I do go live during Asian sessions. But in the mornings, I will be here in the mornings for you guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning.